Planning to import or sell telecommunication product in Indonesia? You need to know everything about Indonesia RF certification. Indonesia certainly become a market destination for telecommunication product for manufacturers, distributor, or importers. Because of that, understanding RF certification in Indonesia is key to accessing the market. By understanding the complete guidelines for this process, product can be marketed or used in Indonesia more easily. What is RF certification in Indonesia? In this country, type approval regulated by Ministry of Communication and Digital, or popularly known as Komdigi. This is the ministry that issues compliance certificate called DGID certification. DGID stands for Directorate General of Digital Infrastructure. The DGID certification process is required to ensure that telecommunication and wireless device meet technical, compatibility, and security standards in accordance with Indonesia regulation. The scope of product that need RF certification in Indonesia is set out of the decree of the Minister of Communication and Digital Affairs number 469 of 2025. This regulation defines a telecommunication device as equipment that transmit, sends, and receive information through wireless optical, radio, or other electromagnetic system. For example, a mobile phone, a laptop, an analog phone, a router, a switch, an IP phone, and many more. However, the DGID certification not only covers telecommunication device, but also other telecommunication device equipped with telecommunication or radio frequency features. The examples are on home appliance, automotive, audio and video devices, telecommunication product, medical devices, wearables, environmental monitoring, and mining. Who can apply for the certification? Applicant for Indonesia type approval is regulated in Articles 2 and 10 of Permen number 3 of 2024. Applicant can be business entities registered in Indonesia that manufacture, assemble, or import telecommunication equipment, trade, or use in Indonesia. This can be local factory, brand holder, distributor, an importer, or local representative. Obtaining RF certification in Indonesia involves several stages, include document requirement, testing, document evaluation, certification application, and certificate issuance. Let's go through one by one. The required document include product specification, including the model name, product photos, test report, PM5 application form, declaration of conformity signed by a local representative, MOU or distributor agreement between the brand holder and local representative, and local representative information, including company name, address, contact person, and company email. Testing can be done through local testing or international testing if you choose paperwork process. In Indonesia, local testing generally more recommended. The testing include radio frequency test, electromagnetic compatibility test, electrical safety test for AC powered device, laser safety test, and the specific absorption rate or SAR test for tablets and mobile phones. For you who choose the paperwork process, the valid report from international laboratory such as RF, EMC, and electrical safety test report can be used. For laser safety test and SAR test, we still need local testing in Indonesia. For your information, in 2027, Indonesia DGID certification is need fully local testing. In local testing, of course, we need samples. The quantity and the types of sample depends on the testing method that we need. Additionally, for RF technology, we need to provide RF test software and a test SOP. Document evaluation or paperwork process is issued when you already have a test report for international laboratory. This route requires application document, RF, EMC, and electrical safety reports, safety of RF test report, signed by the lab that issued the report, and authorization letter from the test report on to the application to use the test report, product specification, product photos, self-declaration letter, and the MOU or distributor agreement between the application and brand holder. Once the documents are complete with local testing or paperwork, the next step is submit them to the DGID e-certification website. Then the application will place in the evaluation queue. After the queue, the authority will evaluate the document within 24 hours. Next, DGID will provide the feedback. If approved, the certificate payment invoice or SP2 will be sent. Then the certificate automatically issued once the invoice is paid. If the evaluation is not passed, document will be returned for revision or completion before resubmission. DGID certificate will issue after all stages completed. Lead time for local testing approximately 5 to 6 weeks. The lead time for paperwork is usually 3 to 5 working days. The route you choose will affect the lead time. DGID certificates are valid for 3 years from the date issuance. After 3 years, if the product still manufactured, assembled, or imported for sale or use in Indonesia, they must recertificate. If the product is no longer produced or import, recertification is not required. Existing stock in the Indonesian warehouse, distribution line, or on store shelf can continue to use the old certificate until runs out. All telecommunication or wireless device that already received the certificate of RF certification in Indonesia must be labeled. This is regulated in Article 25 of Permen Number 3 of 2024. Label requirements consist of certificate number and PLG ID, QR code, and warning label. All three must be attached on the product and the packaging. If the product is too small, the label may be attached on the packaging only. Label installation must be also reported through DGID website. 2 photos are required, a close-up of label and a photo showing a label placement. The report must be uploaded within 30 working days after the certificate issuance. Managing DGID certification can feel complicated because the process is include document preparation, local testing, evaluation document, and submitting the document. DMulti is ready help manufacturers, importers, or distributors with RF and telecommunication type approval certification services. Our team has more than 17 years of experience. Since 2008, we have assisted hundreds of clients and thousands of RF certification projects. If you want to know everything about RF certification in the world, subscribe. I will see you in the next video.